What's up everyone? Kona Panis here, the newest member of DD. I'm out here at Jones East, actually one of my favorite courses here in Emporia. I played here as an AM, also on Jones West, but love playing here. I am testing out some of DD's discs. We're figuring out plastic types I like and some of the molds I'm digging. I have a special guest who has been helping me through this process.
What's up?
Eric McCabe, world champ, DD fanatic. And also the man who helped get me on this team. So very exciting stuff. He's helping me kind of walk through the plastic types and also flights of some discs. And we're just having you come along with us. Drop any comments down below. We're probably going to film something more in the future. So, you know, any questions you guys have for me, maybe, you know, one of the favorite discs I'm throwing, comment that below, and thanks for watching. She glidey.
She good.
She's super glidey. First throw, Vandal. Even with the plastic being new, it was surprisingly...
It flipped to flat and just held. Yeah,
I liked it.
That had a nice line.
I wish I put more height on it.
Yeah, had a great line to it.
So a compliment to that would be the evader? Like
the evader's going to be more overstable.
Yeah.
Throw that river. Yeah, you just grabbed it perfect.
Okay.
It's going to be slower than that Vandal, but have similar flight.
Okay. Fun fact, one of my first discs was actually the river, so.
That plastic's going to be a little bit more stable, but you could tell it's a little slower out of the hand.
Yeah, form was pretty bad too.
Yee.
Oof, sneaky.
Well, that's way OB. Go figure, a Zach Melton disc goes OB.
For giggles, I want to try the Maverick.
Yes.
It's my best friend Rebecca Cox throws the crap out of this thing, so I'm curious if it'll make it in my bag.
Ooh, I like the height on that one.
Yeah, better.
Look at that glide though, right?
Yeah. Had some stability that I wasn't really expecting, but like you said, it's new.
Yeah, brand new. If it was in fusion, it would probably hold a little longer.
Longer?
Yep.
My go-to approaches is a forehand, and I think the harp is probably going to replace the disc I used to use, so just going to trust it out left. And yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good.
That's it's okay.
Pretty predictable,
I mean,
right?
That's fine, I guess. Yeet.
Hey, it's Anthony, the guy behind the camera. If you like videos like this, be sure to subscribe and like this video so that we can continue doing more content like this with Kona, Eric, and the rest of our team.
Try the Vandal, is that?
Yeah, I'm gonna try it again.
Yeah, Vandal.
I'm actually gonna give it some height. Just gonna go at it.
Yeah, look at that thing flip up. Wow.
Full flight.
I'm gonna try Zach again. He can't go OB on this hole.
Can.
Oops. Okay.
Yep. Better
Hold
flight,
over
Zach.
a little. Yep.
Give a shout out to my newest teammate, Paige Shu. I'm gonna be trying her Sergeant. I think I'm gonna put it on a little bit of Anheuser because it is brand new.
Yeah, she's gonna be stable.
Okay, so I'll put it on some Annie and see how she flies.
Ooh.
Not
bad.
Not bad.
That thing got there in a hurry.
Yeah. Shout out Paige Shu. Let's see the stability on the E-Med. Judge. Okay, she's not super overstable.
No. Try this blend one that's beat in. It's the one that I threw over there that kind of held.
So this is gonna be super understable compared to that.
Compared to that one, yeah.
So not as much Annie. Yeah.
Very similar, but had a little bit more glide. I don't know. What plastic was your other one? Prime? The first one was Prime.
That was Prime.
Yep.
Hey.
Hey.
We're trying to EMAC putt. We're trying to get some spin.
Spinach.
Oh, okay. A little lower.
Little lower. There you go. There you go. Yes. So, boom, you can tell the difference between the Lucid and the Lucid X.
It
Just like
wasn't
that.
as stable as like I was.
Not like dump stable,
No.
but yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the
like-
Lucid ones are really good for the little more hyzer flip shots.
Yeah.
Like getting it a little more hyzer on it.
Yeah, I liked it. Hey, go, turn. Huh. I was like, what
Thing
the-
flies pretty
I was like,
good.
what the
It's a
heck?
little less stable,
What
I
was
think.
that for you?
That was that Raider. Ooh, Sapphire.
Just because he's lightweight, I'm curious if
Yeah.
it'll like.
Give her some hyzer and just, yeah. Yeah. Look at that.
I mean, still had some stability.
We have
Little
we
bit
have
more
a
flat.
run of max weight ones too, I believe.
Okay.
But
Ooh,
for
nice.
as light as it is,
Yeah.
as stable as that is,
Yeah.
it's
I think
not
more
great.
flat, it would have done more of the flight I
would
wanted.
have held a little more. Not
Yeah.
great in the wind,
No.
but I mean, you don't always play in the wind. You're not always in Emporia.
No.
Stinchcomb. S word.
Sword?
Yep. Building.
I was about to say, got it.
Wow, that thing went so far.
Oh, too high. Or actually, what's that blue one? Yeah,
This one?
the Justice.
Oh yeah, just high.
Thank you. Keep it lower.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a great compliment to the harp.
Yep.
More
I think you can get a little
Stability.
more, possibly even a little more distance on it.
on the Justice?
I think so.
Really?
Depends on the snap and pop you put on it, but
Because is that considered a mid, or is that more of a, or is that in between?
the Justice is more of like a mid, but I consider it an approach disc.
Okay.
All right, prepare to be amazed.
Ooh.
I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, I'm pretty happy with
Oh,
that.
everybody talked trash about your forehand. You almost threw it in.
There you go. Pop
Nice.
it. There you go.
Nice.
Get that pop action.
Yeah,
That's
this is my
solid.
first time trying that putt. I think I'm sticking with it. I showed up to the airport, and was it airport you brought this with, didn't
Yep,
you?
that one I brought to the airport.
And I got my first Dimax disc.
Yeah.
Pretty fancy. What is it? Evader. Glimmer. Evader.
Glimmer, Evader.
Okay. Yeah, more overstable.
She's stable,
That's fine. Good to
but
have.
that's good to have. A
Yeah.
nice meat hook. And those glimmers are definitely stable.
Okay. Ooh. Wow. Is that Erica?
That is Erica.
Wow,
Erica
Erica.
good.
Go Erica.
Erica real good.
What's something I haven't thrown?
Throw an escape.
Okay. What to expect?
I
Stable?
think this is going to be in between your Vandal and your Evader.
Nah, I'm coming out
Yep.
early.
A
Dang,
little
she
low,
would've
but
been
you
good.
saw the flight.
She would have been good too. That was annoying. Is this more uphill than I think it is?
Say that again?
Is it more uphill than I think it is?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go with Vandal because she's juicy so far. Put it in the air. Oh, black ace.
Oh.
Under it.
Get under. See, the EMAC judge, it just listens to whatever you say.
Yeah, it's
So,
like,
quality.
go left. Oh, I kind of like it.
Kristen?
Yeah. Feels good in the hand, and I think it's just like dead straight.
Yep. So that's a gold X Pure. Kristen
Gold.
Tatar's Tour Series.
So
What a
that's
great gift.
Latitude's plastic for Fusion.
X, yeah.
I like that. Let's see what the Grace does in the wind. I'm curious. Oh, I yanked it. Ah, it would have been great. Good. I mean, it gets a lot of distance. Grace, with Grace. I guess let's try Paige's. I want to see how hers handles in the wind. And I totally thought it was going to be more flippy. All right, Paige can handle more wind. Sorry, Paige, I didn't give you the benefit of the doubt.
Whack!
Oh, square.
God,
hit.
you couldn't hit that tree more dead center.
More, were you trying
So
to?
good.
Okay, you were trying to go. All right, Grace, how are you on a
Oh
four?
yeah, Grace would be good, especially with this wind pushing a little right to left.
That's what I was thinking. It feels like it's understable enough. Ah, higher.
It's tough too because it's uphill.
And also I haven't thrown a max forehand.
Throw this just like as
Forever.
a forehand, just like a nice and easy, like fairway forehand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Reliable.
Yep, and you can even put more power on that and it's gonna flip a little bit more.
I think finding something with like that same rim but flat.
Felon. It's gonna be much more overstable than that though. So you can put a little more pop on this one.
Oh, yeah, she is.
But you can tell she's very, very much so beef.
Yeah, that's.
Throw as many as you need to though.
She's situational. I do want to try the trespass
Yeah.
on an Annie
Ooh, I
right
like it.
side. Not enough. It would have been perfect too if I put Annie on it.
Yep, but
Sit.
it has my name on it so it stays safe. Yeah. What's up, Glide?
I was about to say she's. I like it, but like I would hate if like let's say there was a drop off. I feel like it
Yeah.
would just keep
Dropping off.
going. So I think that's where your EMAC Judge. I don't think it has as much glide.
Yep, not as the pure for sure.
No, I was going through the dynamic discs lineup for putters. I used to putt with kind of a deep dish putter with no bead, and I didn't feel like I was getting a lot of spin off of it. I'm trying to have more of a spin putt, and so we tested out some big bead Judges. I didn't like how big they were, and so obviously the complement to that, so biased, is the EMAC Judge. So small, kind of a micro bead, but it gives me something to put my finger on, which I'm really liking. And then obviously I'm working on a spin putt. I'm gonna try Paige again.
Yep.
She was stable. She was more stable than I thought. Pretty windy.
A little windy. I'd say it held up.
It held up and it just went flat. It's not like it flipped over.
Yeah.
Woo! Dang.
So I feel like it has an initial turn, but then,
Yeah. She
okay,
comes
I'm a
back.
raider. Yeah,
What is that, Raider?
that's a raider.
Beef, right?
Throw it like
Flat?
it's that Lucid X Trespass. Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
but it came out a little Annie, but
A little bit,
she came back.
But she held up.
Yep.
And that's some pretty good headwind ripping over this hill.
And that's a max weight, right?
Yes, it is.
All right, headwind.
Headwind.
280 from my rangefinder, Anthony.
Okay.
My human rangefinder.
Yep.
I want to go backhand because I don't think forehand's going to get anywhere in this headwind. Would a truth be trusty enough, or would it get there or no?
Yeah, it should. If you get it to turn, I would also try the fuse.
Oh, even in this wind,
Because it's
it would handle it?
it's a kind of a left to right more than a head.
Okay.
And with it holding, I think both of those are two that you should try.
Let's try the fuse first.
Yep. The fuse is definitely going to hold over to the right quite a bit more.
Not high enough.
No, but look at that thing just hold over though, the glide.
Yeah. A little bit higher, it would have been good.
Yep. Yeah.
Out left more. It would have been good.
That's still good. I mean, it's still there, but you got the
Oh,
flight
she's
of
in
it.
the tree. There. Go. No.
See what I'm saying though?
No.
Brand new. The prime is stable. It's going to beat in faster. But that angle, that line on the Fusion or the Hybrid,
I
and you're golden.
expected that plastic to be less understable.
A little bit of a headwind. I want to see you throw that X Trespass
Okay.
for sure.
On flat, Annie?
Slight. Very, very slight hyzer, I would say.
Okay.
Just give it some height.
Not that much.
Beef. See, I told you it stays in bounds though.
Park job.
That's an evader.
That is?
Yep, that was an evader.
Wow. Ah, she holds up.
Yep.
Come on, Paige, flip over.
Try the S word.
Is that what, Seth?
Sword.
Sword. I don't have
Erica?
a sword. Go in the basket.
That was close.
Sheesh! Oh. Slippage.
That's all right. Mashed it though. There you go.
Ooh, come back.
Oh!
Raider,
Yeah.
you're just trying to fall in love with that disc
I'm trying
today,
to.
it seems. Yes,
Beauty. Get off it.
thank you.
Yeah. Grace?
Yep, it was.
That was sick.
Feels good out of the hand. Perfect.
Erica is so good.
Erica, she's just,
Man.
she's the best. I hope you all enjoyed walking Jones East with us. Getting to familiarize myself with my discs has been a lot of fun. Holding a few of my favorites so far. So obviously my EMAC Judge I'm really liking. It's not super understable, but what I'm finding is it stays in the air long enough. But for the putt that I'm trying, it doesn't go very far past the basket. Going to the other putters that I'm really liking, I like the Christen Tatar Pure. I think what I like about it the most is the plastic. You know, it's very durable, as well as it's not super deep. So I'm liking it for both backhand and forehand. It feels really good in my hand personally, and it has a lot of glide. So I think off the tee, I'll be throwing this for those shots where I just want something dead straight, and that's good for a putter. Now the opposite side of the spectrum, I'm really digging the Harp for my standstill forehand approaches. It's very reliable. I think it's great, especially in this Emporia, Kansas wind, and I'll probably be using it for backhand when I need that stability up close, but I think I'm going to be using it mostly for the forehand approaches. I'm really liking the, I believe it's the Lucid. Lucid? Yes, Lucid. I'm learning, but the Lucid EMAC Truth. It feels really good in my hand. I personally don't like a big bead on my mid-ranges. For me, it's just getting the distance and the stability dialed in, understanding, you know, if I need to throw it a little bit more right and trust a fade. But we'll get it. I'm actually staying out here a little bit longer to figure some of these out. And then lastly, the drivers. The EMAC Trespass Lucid X. So I'm understanding that the X is a little bit more stiff plastic as well as a little bit more overstable. So in this Kansas wind, I can trust it. But what I did find on some of these holes, I can handle the wind, but it does get flight. It's not like it's super overstable and is just gonna dump out. It does have some flight to it. And then lastly, I'm really liking the Royal Grace First Run. I'm really liking the plastic. It feels really good in my hand, although it is stiff. I like that personally. I don't like a lot of give to my putters, to any of my discs, and it got a lot of flight. It's just, I can't throw it in headwind, which is fine. That's what that Trespass is probably gonna do for me in that headwind. But max distance on this guy, I think I'll be throwing this a lot, tailwinds and then no wind. But those are some of the discs that I'm liking thus far. You know, I got to give a huge shout out to Dee Dee for taking me on. You know, it's a big step in my career as well as my life. So very excited for the future, and I can't wait to update you guys in a few months to really show you what made the bag for the 2022 season.